Hi, Kurt.
Janine.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm exceptionally excited to finally talk to you. Um, I covered Scared to Death for the UK premiere and also Hellbilly Hollow back in January.
Oh,
So you've
awesome.
been on my radar to talk to for a little while. It's very exciting to actually meet you.
Well, it's
So
very
thank you.
nice to meet you too, Janine. Thank you for having me.
Thank No, no problem at all. And of course, it's a very exciting week for you. We've obviously got Scared to Death, which has just been released on VOD in the US. And of course, you've got your new album as well dropping tomorrow, A Grog is Born.
A Grog is
How
born.
exciting.
Yeah, yeah. Don't forget to pre-save it. It's coming. And
Oh,
it's a total step up from album number one, and so it begins, and you get to see the growth. And hopefully, I will be touring Europe here in the near future.
well, I'm keeping across all of your socials because if you do, you know I'm in that crowd. That would
I
be
know you. I
wonderful.
know you'll be.
Amazing. So I had a little bit of a window earlier with Paul and to touch base on Scared to Death. And he mentioned the Grog character was something was written with you in mind. How similar is that character to you as a persona? How much did you enjoy playing him?
I mean, the Grog is Kurt Deimer, and when he was talking to me about the project, and I knew Lynn and Bill were somehow tied to it, which are two of my, you know, icons. Bill from
Mm.
The Devil's Rejects and Lynn from all her great films. Um, I'm like, tell me some more about this. And he goes, well, with this character is a horror icon called Gregory Grogstone, and you would play the horror icon and look just like you look when you're on stage or anywhere else, like you are the Grog. He goes, I don't want you to try to change your voice or do anything crazy like in Hellbilly Hollow. I'm a totally
Yeah.
different character, I'm a nut job. And he's
Yeah.
like, you're the Grog. And I'm like, I embrace that. I go, yeah, and put me in the room with Lynn and Bill. Let's go. And I love that it was a horror, like a ensemble cast and a horror type comedy. And they really gave us the freedom to ad lib a lot, which I think came across well in the movie. So, but yeah, he just said, be the Grog. So yeah, I am the Grog. It's kind of my dual personality now.
That's so fun because you can build a world around that character now.
Yeah.
He's like set up.
Yeah.
And I was saying earlier as well that the film really has the Grog and your DNA all over it, from the character work through to the arc of the character, and also then the way that it's flashed out in terms of all of the films that are featured throughout his career that are mentioned. You
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
over the end, and of course, then the soundtrack is wonderful.
Yeah. And there we can, I wanted to tie A Grog is Born, the album, to the movie in some way,
Mm.
and honor my parents. God rest their souls. And I just thought, well, A Grog is born. A Grog is born and scared to death. So we'll put the tickler on the baby Kurt, and then baby as I grow up on the back and all covering the little chair, and I go, that's what the Grog was, when he came into the world. So he came in as the Grog.
It's so wonderful, and to see you now and get to know you through your online posts and everything, and then to revisit the film, fortunately, as I have done this week, you can really see how you've brought yourself. It is just you in that role, and it's really nice way to get to know an actor in that sense. There's no second guessing who that person is. We know who you are, and your DNA is through it.
Yeah, I'm in the Grog. Just like in that house, I was kind of the guy who wasn't afraid of anything, kind of like in real
Mhm.
life. I'm not afraid of real life. Real life is pretty messed up, and I want all my fans to know that I'm just a man of the people, and my real Kurt Deimer, aka the Grog, he's really a guy who cares about peace and love and spreading kindness around the world. I think you can see that in my lyrics and just trying to help people stay strong in a world that's crazy. So,
And that resonates quite a lot with me because I'm trying to build a horror community that's a like for like. We build each other up. There's no need for negativity in this
no
space.
need
So
for
it's
negativity. I mean, but you get,
wonderful.
as an artist, that we all put ourselves out there for the negativity. It just comes with the territory. It doesn't
Mm.
phase me. you either like what we do, what I'm doing, or you don't like what I'm doing, and it's fine. Just like you like certain things and you don't like others, but it doesn't mean people like to be mean to each other. So
No,
just jump on my back. I'm with everybody. Don't take anything personally from all the mean people in the world.
amazing. And so how was the process of writing the music comparatively for your album to then and then the soundtrack for this as well? Because you're coming at it as an artist from both sides.
Yeah, the album just kind of was coming together after we put out "And So It Begins," and it was going to happen no matter what. We didn't have a name for the album, but
Mm,
then when Josh Todd from Buck Cherry agreed to collab with me on a song that I had done called "He Was Good to Me," which turned into "In Deep," which just spent 5 months and 11 days in rock media top 50 media base in the USA. I don't know how it's doing over in Europe, but I'm sure not as many people have heard it yet over there. We said I'm going to put that in the scene in the movie where Lynn's getting out of the car. So that
mm,
got into the movie. Then on the first album, "Live or Die," is on "And So It Begins." And what were we all doing in there? We were all either going to live or die. So that
mm,
tied into it. And then Paul, the director, had asked me about writing the song for the movie. And that came together. Me and a few of my friends I was working with, and Brian Wheat from Tesla, we came up with the little riff and stuff, and then I took it out to California, and Chris Lord Alge and I mic'd up a big studio. All the voices you hear in that song and everything's me, just going nuts, as you know I can from Hellbilly Hollow, and
yeah.
that's how it all came together. And then the rest of the album's fallen into place, and I'm just sitting at a bar and just having a drink and a smoke, and one night, and I'm like, I love Barbara Streisand, "A Star Is Born" concept, and in Scared to Death, "The Grog Is Born." So why
Yeah.
not call the album "A Grog Is Born" and tie everything together? And that's how that all came about.
And that is world building 101, people. That's how you do it. That's
So
amazing. And
that's all I do.
what
I sit and think of ideas, and then some hit and some don't, and everybody loved that. And here we are today talking about it. So.
it's wonderful to see. And what was your kind of, so obviously it must be a little bit not quite intimidating, but to be going on set with a couple of horror icons and personal icons, personally for myself, and obviously you mentioned as well you're a fan of Bill and Lynn. How was that experience working with them both? And do you have any memories that you take home now from your experience of being on that set?
Oh yeah, I wasn't intimidated at all. I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't say it was surreal. But
Mm,
Bill and I first met in the van on the way over to the house where we shot the movie. And
yeah.
I say, "Bill, Kurt Deimer, nice to meet you." He goes, started calling me the Grog right away. And he said, "Well, I'm your biggest fan." And that's how we broke the ice there. And now Bill and I are great friends. And Lynn and I met at the beginning, working on stuff over at the same, where she was trying on wardrobe and picking that kind of stuff out. The Grog, I didn't
Mm,
have to do much of that because I just had to be me. But
yeah.
so, and she was just very kind and gracious, and we all three of us embraced each other. The rest of the cast, Lynn and Bill and I are great friends now. We go to dinners together, and it was just a surreal experience at first. But then we all are so good off the cuff that we had so much fun together, And Lynn could say something like when she said, "Are you a," when I said, "I am not a pervert, I am the Grog." I mean, that was all off the cuff stuff. Lynn hit me with that. I hit her with that. When we're in the one scene, in the basement, me and Bill and Olivier, we didn't even have a script for that. That was just boom, 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 boom. So it was
That's
great. And I
wonderful.
got to prove, hey, yeah, maybe I'm not the guy that everybody's heard of that wants, everybody wants you to show up when you've been around a long time and they know who you are
Mm,
and you add value to what their event is. But I think
mm.
people are going to start to realize, all right, Kurt Deimer, he's an actor to be, that could be, big time, and that all we need to do is help share his work with the rest of the world. And I think I proved that in this movie. So I'm glad I got the opportunity to do that and embraced it.
Most definitely. And the fact that, as you were saying, a lot of it was ad libbed. The basement scene in particular was mentioned earlier today from Paul to say that actually quite a lot of that. And They were explaining about that as well. That was quite fun, and a lot of the quips as well, both from you and Lynn. That back
Yeah,
and forth at the bottom of the stairs before she disappears upstairs to do
yeah,
something not we shouldn't be broadcasting.
yeah,
Bless her. And so obviously we've covered a little bit about Hellbilly Hollow, but I want to touch base on that if I can, because it's a very different role. We'll be getting that, I believe, that's going to be released later this year, around September, October.
yeah.
Where
Yeah.
you
I want that to come out this fall, so we're all systems go for that, and it's already
fantastic.
getting picked up all over Europe and other countries. So it'll be all over the place. But yeah, I'm excited. Finally, it's coming out. So
Yeah, I'm really excited to get people's to gauge people's reactions between these two roles. They're so chalk and cheese.
we
Like
all
Bull is rambunctious and he is wild and scary, and it's wonderful to see you in that position against what you play in Scared to Death. So
yeah.
very different.
And I actually shot that before Scared to Death, but I did once I knew I was shooting Scared to Death, I put it on the back burner because I figured it'd be better to introduce myself to people alongside Lynn and Bill. And then they're like, okay, now I want to see the Grog and Hellbilly and now I'm Bull. But people can say, well, that's the Grog now. He's Bull. Look, he's changing, and show people what I can do because I totally ad-libbed that whole movie. I mean, the writer was getting so mad at me.
Oh,
But
really?
but the director Kevin Wayne, who plays Tickles, my brother, my duo, we're a horror duo. He's like, no, just keep doing what you're doing. He goes, this is just crazy. I had people that weren't even shooting in the scenes coming out to see what I'd do that night. It was crazy. So it was a lot of
And
fun.
after watching that, I definitely need a Tickles mask as well. I'm already thinking about somebody to try and create one for me for a cosplay because I really love it. It's
Oh
such
yeah.
a good look.
I
So
told
fun.
we talked Kevin and I talked yesterday. I said, you better be ready. It's coming out now. I go, Tickles is going to be big. Bull, we're going to have a Bull costume, a Tickles costume, and a Grog costume that people can get for Halloween.
That's awesome. You know, the
Have these little
conventions are going to be
beards
all
you can
about
put
it.
on, and a little
Yeah.
beanie.
I mean, I've got your beanie down. I'm known for them. If you look at my reviews, I'm always in a hat. So
Oh yeah,
I've got that
I love
part.
I
And
love the beanie.
me too, man. I've got to hide the grey. So, in terms of other future projects as well, I heard there may be something else wild in the pipeline. Pandemic Sex Party. Can you tell me
Oh,
anything about that? It's a wild title. I'm not going to lie.
well, it's catchy. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
no, Andy Gould, who did Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses, asked me if I want to be a part of that movie. Actually, they wanted to cast me as one of the victims. And
Mm.
I said, kind of, the name kind of scared me a little, but then I thought, oh, that's a catchy name, especially for horror. And then I got killed by Michael Myers in Halloween in 2018, in the John
Yeah.
Carpenter official sequel. And I'm like, I want to be the killer. I want to be the next Jason. I want to be the next Michael Myers. This was a masked character called the Rancher. And I said, I'll do the movie, become part of the project, put my name on it, but I'm playing the killer. I'm the rancher. I'm doing all the kills because I get to kill degenerate, how people are getting degenerative in society and all the crazy stuff you see. And I want to be the rancher. And they said, we want you to be the rancher. And so, yeah, it's coming. And I'll hopefully be the next Jason and Michael Myers.
We need a new icon. There's plenty of room at the table, so I can't wait to check
Yeah.
that one out.
Yeah, wait till you get that costume, the rancher costume, and then I have a movie called Relapse that I did with Paul Boyd, and that's bringing awareness to fentanyl addiction and drug addiction, and really excited about that with Lynn and Marilyn Manson and many others, and really stoked about that. That's a drama, so it's a little bit of a departure from the horror, but I can do any kind of movie, so I get to prove that, and many more to come.
Oh, awesome. That sounds so good. And then obviously you're a fan of the genre. Can you recommend a film or two for us to get to know you? Anything you really love and enjoy watching?
Well, The Devil's Rejects is my favorite movie um, of all time, starring Bill Moseley. I also love the original Amityville Horror. For those of you who haven't seen that, it's just crazy, a crazy story, and it's true. And I loved the very first Nightmare on Elm Street because
Mhm.
that just tripped me out, freaked me out. That's what I like more of that. The Omen, The Exorcist, that stuff trips me out a little bit too much because I grew up, my parents took me to church every week and I thought it was too real.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the devil shit trips me out. But those would probably be my three go-to horror movies that I would watch if somebody said, let's watch a horror movie you've seen in the past. So,
Amazing. Yeah, I love that. I love The Devil's Rejects because I love horror baked in sun. There's something about the contrast of bright
oh,
sunshine and grotesque violence that I really enjoy.
I
Yeah,
loved it. And all the characters in that movie were so well played by the actors. It was just a trip. I was like, whoa,
phenomenal.
this movie's good.
Yeah. And that, I'm sorry, that Lynyrd Skynyrd close, it's Chef's
Oh,
Kiss. It's beautiful. Yeah, don't even. I was crying. It was amazing.
well, well, the clothes in Hellbilly Hollows, that's where I kind of modeled that out after. I modeled my character a lot after how Bill was in The Devil's Rejects. And when you see the end of Hellbilly Hollow, you'll say, okay, this is kind of like the Leonard Skinner thing. But it's actually my song Doom that I wrote playing at the end. So it's really cool.
That's awesome. And I'm just being noted, we've got a final few moments. So I just wanted to ask for our friends watching in the UK who haven't yet seen Scared to Death, do you have any words of encouragement or anything you want to tell us about the film?
Just get together with friends, family, whoever, watch it by yourself. I promise you, you will enjoy it. It will be a great time. You will laugh. You will not be, so horrified that you can't uncover your eyes, but you will have fun. It's a great story, great ensemble cast. Get some popcorn, have whatever your favorite beverage is, and just spend a few hours with the grog and just have fun because I had fun making this movie for all of you. And wherever you get the video on demand, go get it. I know it's on Prime and Google and stuff like that, but the other people know more about that. I just know
Oh,
about the
I'll drop
movies.
all of that. I'll drop all of that into the reel as well. So thank
Yeah,
you
and
so much.
In the UK, I can't wait to come over and play, but it takes a village. So everybody spread the word. Follow me at Kurt Deimer on all socials and lead everybody to my website, kurtdeimer.com, and lots of cool merch coming and everything and costumes. And let's keep building this community together.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again, Kurt, for your time. I really appreciate you
Okay.
and much love and success for your album and for the film release.
Much love to you as well. Thank you so much for having me. Peace and
No
love to
problem.
everybody overseas.